Welcome to the awards ceremony for the 2021 Pentax Forum's Pentax Lens Tournament. Before we begin, here's a little bit of background on the Lens Tournament. We did our first tournament back in 2014, in which we set up brackets and eliminated lenses knockout style based on user voting. Here are the category winners from 2014. As the best super telephoto, we had the DA Star 300mm. As the best telephoto, the FA 77mm Limited. As the best standard lens, the FA 31mm Limited. And the best ultra-wide, the DA 15mm Limited. However, as the knockouts proceeded, the DA 300mm lost to the 77, and the 15mm lost to the 31. Finally, the 31 lost to the 77, which made the 77 our winner. And this was declared the best Pentax lens of all time in 2014. In the 2021 lens tournament, however, we wanted to do things a little bit differently. Specifically, we wanted to avoid some of the bias associated with the reputation of lenses. We wanted to give priority to lenses actually being used by our community. So all voting was blind and based on photos taken with different lenses. Here's an example of the voting page seen by users. As you can see, there are two different photos being voted on this page, but the user does not know what lens it was taken with. In the 2021 tournament, our users nominated 107 different lenses, of which 20 ended up being finalists. There are 133 photos corresponding to those 20 finalist lenses. In the voting phase, 235 different users cast votes, and there were a total of more than 57,000 votes, which means that each user cast more than 200 votes on average in the gallery that you just saw. Without further ado, let's get to the 2021 Lens Tournament winners. Number 6 is an honorable mention, the DFA 150 to 450mm telephoto lens. This lens won 53.5% of all pairings, and interestingly enough, it was actually ranked number 2 based on the nomination popularity. However, in the tournament, it ended up being number 6. As number 5, with 53.6% of wins, is the DA 15mm Limited. And that means that this lens wins the Best Ultra-Wide category award. Also interestingly, this lens had a popularity rank of 13, which means it actually had very few nominations compared to some of the other lenses. In number 4, we have the DA Star 300mm f4, returning as in the entry that we already saw in 2017. This was the most nominated lens in 2021. However, this year it only wins an honorable mention. In rank number 3, we have the DFA Star 70 to 200mm f2.8, which wins our Best Telephoto award. This lens won 56% of all the pairings. Our runner-up and best wide-angle lens, once again, the FA 31mm Limited makes a return, with 59.4% of wins in this tournament. Finally, drum roll please, our overall winner for 2021 and the new best Pentax lens of all time, the DFA Star 50mm f1.4, with 60.5% of wins in this tournament. Interestingly enough, a lot of the lenses here were not available in 2014 when we ran the original tournament. So there you have it. The DA Star 50mm is the new best Pentax lens of all time. Please stay tuned for a giveaway featuring this lens on the forum. Thanks for watching.